How much dividend income did I receive over May? I've been dividend investing since 2020, and in this video I'll give an update on what my dividend portfolio paid me over the month. I'll share what dividend stocks I've been buying, and take a deeper look into the portfolio itself. I also invest in premium bonds, and towards the end of the video I'll reveal the results of the May prize draw. But first of all, let's get straight into the dividend income that I received over May. I received 6 dividend payments in total. May is one of my smaller months, but I still managed another 3-digit total. The first dividend was from Apple for £3.33. Greencoat UK Wind paid me £34.97. My JEGP ETF paid me £37.32. My QYLP ETF paid me £56.69. Realty Income paid another dividend of £17.16. And finally, Verizon paid me £25.14. So my total dividend income for the month was £174.61. If you appreciate my transparency, please consider hitting that like button to help the channel out. And if you want to see how much I hold for each stock, stay tuned until later on in the video when I do my portfolio update. So how do my May dividends this year compared to what I received in May last year? I was paid £89.12 in dividends last year from 5 different companies, and we can see how that compares to this year. I did sell out of AT&T in December last year, and since last year I've added the 2 ETFs JEGP and QYLP into my portfolio. This chart shows how my dividend income received this May compares to other May totals in previous years. The May dividends I received over the years have been quite steady, but there has been a noticeable jump from last year to this year, and this is mainly down to adding my JEGP and QYLP ETFs. This chart compares the monthly dividend totals from 2024 with my dividends from 2025, and it's always nice to see higher totals this year compared to last year. March and April have been very pleasing with the large increases. So how do my dividends look if we zoom out and look at the totals? This chart shows how much I'd received at this point during the last few years. From January to May in 2024, I'd received £622.22. But from January to May this year, I've received £533.10 more, with a total of £1,155.32. Again, it's good to look back at prior years, as it keeps me motivated to continue what I'm doing into the future, and hopefully continue the same progress. This chart shows all of the monthly dividends that I've ever received, and we can see that the numbers have been increasing year on year as I keep contributing and reinvesting my dividends. You can see that my largest dividend payments come from March, June, September and December, and because of these monthly fluctuations, I prefer to just focus on monthly dividend averages when I'm tracking my progress rather than individual months. Over 2024, I received an average monthly dividend of £206.29. 5 months into 2025, my average monthly dividend is £231.06. However, I do expect this to increase next month, as June is one of my higher months. Using this chart, I also like to look at the average dividend at this point last year, and we can see that it was £124.44. So again, it's really motivating to see a big increase again, and is actually £106.62 more at £231.06. However, due to the monthly fluctuations, to get a more accurate analysis of the average, I'll have to wait and see what the full year average ends up as. I don't pay any dividend tax after receiving this income, as my dividend stock portfolio is held in a UK stocks and shares ISA with Trading 212, so all of the numbers that I've shown is just money in my pocket. Link in the description if you're interested in starting your own investing journey with Trading 212. All dividends received are always reinvested back into the portfolio to fuel the compounding process. Before I talk about my dividend portfolio in more detail, let's go through what dividend stocks I've been buying over the month. I bought 33 shares of JEGP for a total of £687. This is the JP Morgan Global Equity Premium Income ETF. I also bought 46 shares of QYLP for a total of £549. This is the Global X Nasdaq 100 Covered Call ETF. And lastly, I bought 6 shares of VUSA for £481. This is the Vanguard S&P 500 Index. So in total, £1,717 spent. Let's now have a look at my stock portfolio that generates these returns. I currently have £89,882 invested. This is money that I've put into the market, excluding uninvested cash. My portfolio consists of a number of dividend stocks and dividend ETFs, and the ratio of stocks to ETFs is currently 60% ETFs and 40% stocks. Being fully transparent, here are all of my positions, showing all of my unrealised gains and losses. The dividend yield for my portfolio is 4.43%, which has increased quite a bit since my previous update last month, when it was 4.29%. This yield is something that I calculate myself, and it's a bit of a crude estimate based on the dividends paid over the trailing 12 months. And being honest, I only update this every now and then, but it is something that I'm going to try and get better at updating each month, as the update this month has moved the needle a lot, as you can see. This yield equates to around £3,985 per year in predicted dividends, £332 per month, £76.64 per week, and £10.92 a day. And you can see how much this has increased my dividend income by since last month's update, as I keep building brick by brick. I track the progress of my actual dividend portfolio versus a forecast. So over May, I forecasted to invest another £1,667 into my stock portfolio, and actually invested that amount. I also expected to receive a dividend of £131, and actually received dividends totaling £175, so £44 higher than forecast. By the end of May, I forecasted to have £91,386 in my stock portfolio, so I'm currently £229 ahead of schedule. This number is what's in my overall portfolio, both invested in the market and uninvested cash. Year to date, I started the year with £82,128 invested, forecasted to contribute £8,333, actually contributed £8,331, and also forecasted to receive £924 in dividends so far this year, but have actually received £1,155. This means that 5 months in, I'm currently slightly ahead of schedule to hit my end-of-year target of having a dividend portfolio of around £105k. At my current dividend yield, this would generate £390 a month in dividend income going into 2026. And this is my plan for the years after that, as I look to keep contributing and reinvesting all dividends. My long-term goal is that this portfolio can generate enough passive income to contribute towards my monthly expenses, and even allow me to retire or just scale back and work part-time. As well as dividend investing, I also have another form of passive income through the monthly prize draws from my premium bonds. So let's now have a look at the results over May. I went into the May draw with £20,875 invested of the £50,000 maximum that you're allowed. And thankfully, I've had another win in May and received a prize of £25. Anything that I win is automatically reinvested back into more premium bonds. So I'll be going into next month's June draw with £20,900. I do document my full investing journey on this channel, and you can see how this has been progressing if you go back and watch some of my earlier videos. If you are interested in following along, please subscribe to the channel to make sure that you don't miss any future updates. And if you have enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, as it does help the channel out a lot, and it's something that I really do appreciate. So I hope I've covered everything that you want to hear, but if not, feel free to drop me a question in the comments section below. I'll be reading and responding to every message that I can. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.